Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bexar County Court at Law Number 6 on the Bexar County Veterans Treatment Court. Today is a plea docket. We also have one motion to revoke community supervision, style of State of Texas versus Jimmy Hernandez, cause 567-933. Let's start with that one. Mr. Statson, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And Ms. Gross, are you present? I do see you. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. This is cause number 567-933, State of Texas versus Jimmy Hernandez. This is a first amended motion to revoke community supervision. Representing the state is Ms. Megan Galloway. Representing the defense is Mr. Joseph Statson. Mr. Statson, my understanding is this is an uncontested motion to revoke community supervision. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Uncontested, and Mr. Hernandez intends to plead true with explanation.
Fair enough. Thank you so much. Okay. Pat, do I still have cover sheets on these two documents for an MTR hearing? Or these left from yesterday? The waiver of the Zoom hearing form, do I have that on Mr. Hernandez?
She may be on the phone, Your Honor.
Your Honor, you should have it. I sent the paperwork to you.
Is this one we reset from yesterday?
Well, no, Your Honor, this was reset from a long time ago, but I just gave you the paperwork. I did send it to you. He completed it here and I sent the paperwork to you.
All right. Mr. Station, do you have a copy of the document, which is the consent form to having a motion to revoke community supervision hearing heard on Zoom?
Yes, I signed it. Mr. Hernandez signed it, as well as the
And the
certificate of
second
appeal.
form, the appellate document?
Yes, it's been signed by both of us.
Okay, hang on a second. Okay, let's try again. This is cause number 567-933, State of Texas versus Jimmy Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez and Mr. Statson, I have a document in front of me entitled Defendant's Consent to Motion to Revoke Hearing by Video Conference that purports to have both your signatures on it. In fact, Mr. Hernandez, is this your signature on this document, sir?
Press the space bar, Mr. Hernandez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And Mr. Statson, as attorney for Mr. Hernandez, is this your signature on this document?
I can recognize that as Ms. Joanne DeOyos' signature. I work for her. That is
Thank
her
you.
signature.
Appreciate it. The next document I have is entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, which is marked as a revocation of the defendant's community supervision, and the defendant has a right to appeal the court's actions revoking the community supervision, but not the underlying conviction. Is this your signature on this document also, Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Statson, is this Judge Joanne DeHoyo's signature as the initial counsel on this case?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Hernandez, in cause 567-933 on the first amended motion to revoke community supervision. How do you plead, sir?
Guilty.
Ms. Gross, would you please advise the court and the parties of the status of Mr. Hernandez's probation?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Hernandez did well with reporting up until January 16th of 29, which is the last time we saw him. He has skipped a total of 9 months of reporting. He's paid $157 towards his fees, and he has a balance of $1,528. And this case does expire, or I'm sorry, did expire 10/21 of 2019. We have no record of any of his 48 hours community service having been completed. And he did complete DWI education, victim impact panel, and we have no record of completion of the CAT-SNP program. He had 3 negative drug tests. He failed to submit on 4 occasions. And he was testing on Smart Start at 4 times a day, where he had 10 skip tests and no high bracs. And on February 8th of 2019, he turned in the device without the court's permission. As for a prior arrest history, the defendant has a felony theft charge, $750 to $20,000 of auto parts, evading arrest, aggravated assault, serious bodily injury, non-family, attempted burglary of a vehicle parts, assault, bodily injury, non-family, felony burglary with intent of theft, non-residence, resisting arrest, criminal mischief, 20 to 200 private, assault, bodily injury married, failed to identify to a peace officer with a Texas warrant, disorderly conduct, and then this DWI. His officer is recommending revocation.
And on the original plea, I'm assuming the underlying was 6 months over 1 year.
6 months.
Does that sound right?
He was placed on probation for 1 year with a 6-month sentence.
And what was his fine at that time, if you know?
$500, Your Honor.
Got it. Mr. Stateson, I guess the elephant in the room is the fact that we haven't seen Mr. Hernandez in quite a while. Can you
That is
explain what happened in that category?
That is true, and Mr. Hernandez did wish to plead true with explanation. He did have hard times. He did not report. He did turn the device in. He did do classes that were important for DWI. I can tell you he is former military. He was deployed overseas. He was screened for Veterans Court, and he was denied based on prior criminal history. But he toured Desert Storm. He served his America. We asked for leniency and give him some type of credit. He does have jail credit of 32 days. We would ask credit for that time. And if you could take him to military service, something below 180 days, or give him the opportunity to come up with $1,528. He said it will take about a month for him to make that. He's a carpenter for 27 years. He'll find work.
Is Mr. Hernandez actually retired from the United States military?
Mr. Hernandez?
No, Your Honor, I'm a disabled vet.
And how many years did you spend in active duty with the U.S. military?
I was Saudi Arabia for a year.
State recommendation, please.
Your Honor, the state recommends revocation.
Mr. Hernandez, in cause 567-933 on the first amended motion to revoke community supervision, the court accepts your plea of true with an explanation. I grant the state's motion to revoke your community supervision. I sentence you to 6 months in the Bexar County Jail, assess a $500 fine plus court costs, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, and he gets credit for his 32 days that he's already spent. Anything further from the state or the defense on Mr. Hernandez?
Nothing from the state.
Thank you for your service, sir. Good luck. Thank you, Mr. Stateson. You're dismissed.
Thank you,
Judge,
Judge.
thank you. May I give my spiel before I go?
I would love that. Go ahead.
All right. Anybody, this goes for attorneys and defendants alike. If you know that your client is currently residing outside of Bexar County or will be moving outside of Bexar County, before you give your plea, you must let the court know so that we can handle the case appropriately. For those of you that are placed on probation today, you will be receiving a call from the probation department. If you do not receive a telephone call or an email from them by next Tuesday, you need to call this number. And Ms. Benavides will be putting this in the chat section so that it will be available for all of you to read. The phone number is 210-335-7446. Okay, anybody have any questions or want to tell me now if you live outside of Bexar County or the state?
My client, Naomi Aguilar, she's going to be moving to California to reside with her husband, who's in the Marine Corps. So that'll be in about 30 days.
Okay,
And Susan Monica Ruiz, my client, is in Fort Polk, Louisiana with her husband.
okay.
Also, my client, Mr. Michael Young, currently resides in Harris County.
Michael Young, okay.
I apologize. Who is in Fort Polk, Louisiana?
My client, Monica Ruiz.
Got it. Go ahead.
Okay, so the judge will let you know if they're going to actually have their cases transferred over there, or if they are not going to qualify to be transferred, then they will most likely report by Zoom. Is that correct, Judge?
That's correct.
All right. If the judge orders that the case be transferred and it goes through processing and it happens to be one of those funky offenses that the state will not take or that county will not take, then they will be automatically switched to Zoom reporting. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, Judge?
Nope, I think we're good.
All right. I'm out of here. Y'all have a great day.
Thanks.
Bye. Okay, so for everybody, I need to make a confession. I'm snitching on myself. For some reason, I did not enable the interpretation function. So I have talked to the interpreters, and what they're saying is that I would have to recreate this Zoom, end it, recreate it so that we can have the interpreter in for the Spanish speaker, and I would have to send it to y'all. So it is my fault. I apologize to all of y'all, but that's what the judge wants us to do so we can get this done. So I apologize.
Do we know what the new passcode sign-in is going to be right now?
No, Your Honor, I need to create it first, and I will email all of you the same email that we had, except this one will be the correct one. So everybody needs to leave, and I will leave, end this, and then be sending you within about 2 minutes. It won't even take me 2 minutes to do, actually. Once I go in, it's not a big deal for me to create it with the function. So if you will just give me, once I end it, about 2 minutes, look for it, and then come back in. Now, we have a Spanish speaker, so I'm going to try to explain it to him, and please forgive my Spanish because it's not that great. Señor Mercado Zavala, yes. Yo no puedo oírlo. Necesitas oprimir, ándale. Señor Mercado, vamos a necesitar terminar este Zoom session porque no es, no podemos usar el función de interpretación. Por eso necesito cerrar este Zoom hearing. Necesito hacer otro. Voy a tener como 2 minutos, si puedes, a buscar otro nuevo que es correcto, porque este es malo, ¿ok?
Ok.
Entonces vas a necesitar a regresar, pero en el nuevo, ¿ok?
Ok. Entonces me salgo de este y me espero que me
Sí,
mande el otro.
sí, y esperas el nuevo, ¿ok?
Sí, está bien.
All right, thank you. Thank you, everybody, and I again apologize. I'll send it right